Beijing has gone on a global shopping spree.
Next on Global Pulse, how these international broadcasters are covering China's economic twists and turns. In reviewing many news reports, a larger picture of China's economy has emerged. Al Jazeera describes Beijing's worry about a national unemployment crisis.
China's got big problems on its hands. Empty factories have left tens of millions of people unemployed. Those who run the country have a potential nightmare on their hands if too many of the over 1 billion Chinese start seriously suffering, complaining, and taking action. Maintaining cohesion in this vast country is at the top of the agenda for the ruling party.
China's state-run CCTV zeroed in on a domestic economic stimulus plan that aims to solve the problem.
China's State Council has approved a proposal to invest 4 trillion yuan through to the year 2010 to help boost domestic demand.
The policy not only focuses on expanding investment, but also optimizing the economic structure and improving people's livelihood. These projects include guaranteed housing projects for low-income residents, healthcare development and educational undertakings, and increasing people's incomes.
A missing piece of China's economic stability is a lack of key natural resources. Al Jazeera, the BBC, and CCTV all covered China's strategic deal-making worldwide.
China National Petroleum Corporation and the National Iranian Oil Company signed a $1.7 billion deal on Wednesday.
China is looking for new opportunities in Sudan. China has a 40% stake in the oil industry here. It's embarked on joint ventures with the Sudanese government, like this huge oil refinery.
Now, Iraqi oil minister Hussein al-Sharistani was joined by Chinese officials to inaugurate a $3 billion oil project with the Chinese National Petroleum Company.
Snaking through the outback, trains laden with iron ore for China. This is Australia's remote Pilbara region. Here the global financial crisis is hitting hard. China sees this as an opportunity. Mining companies for sale at dirt-cheap prices.
Chinese Premier Wen Jiabao bluntly expressed another of his government's fears, China's heavy investment in the US dollar.
I'm very worried, and I want to send this message to the United States. I hope the country will honor its words, maintain its credibility, and ensure the safety of Chinese assets.
Iran's Press TV examined China's bold idea to solve its dollar dilemma.
In another indication that China is growing more and more worried about holding vast dollar reserves, the head of its central bank has called for the eventual creation of a new international currency reserve to replace the dollar. The dollar was not openly mentioned, but the paper did point out the dangers of relying on a single reserve currency. And with the world's largest currency reserves of $2 trillion, China is the biggest holder of dollar assets and is right to be concerned. The proposal suggests that China is preparing to assume a more influential role in the world.
China and one of its trading partners are finding ways to use the Chinese currency, the yuan, according to RT.
Russia and China will jointly finance an oil pipeline branch to China.
China will use its foreign currency reserves of $1.9 trillion to finance the project, and a growing trade offers the chance to move trade away from dollars to national currencies.
Building a non-dollar trade economy and keeping Chinese workers employed. This deal between China and Argentina does both, as Todo Noticias explained.
Argentina's government has reached a deal with China that will allow it to pay for exports directly in yuan to protect its currency in economic crisis. China and Argentina signed an exchange agreement worth 70 billion yuan. Thanks to the agreement, Argentina won't have to pay for Chinese exports in dollars, the currency in which most international commerce is conducted in.
For Global Pulse, I'm Liz Cabrera.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only U.S. network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. programs which connect you to the world.